One night.
Ready for the intro song? And ain't got too far. Oh, that was my bad. Let's start that over.
Yeah, do it again. Run it back.
Play. Fuck you, Tony. You're gonna get some. God save mommy home. Look, you're on camera. Look at you on camera. What?
Oh, go back
You're gonna
again.
start playing. This is gonna be an episode of non-stop fucking playing.
Non-stop.
3, 2, 1.
Walking up.
Alright, thank you guys again for tuning into the God Shaped Mommy Hole podcast. This is Tony
Praise.
and Craze, and we got Jax on the show tonight.
Oh shit, what's
He's
up,
just
Jack?
here for looks. He's the get up here. He's the eye candy for the show. The pretty lady, but he's a boy and he's handsome. So get the fuck over it. So what's been going on, Craze?
Nothing much, man. How you been?
I can't complain. I took Thursday off, said fuck work.
Oh, I don't work on Thursday, so I was golden.
Lucky. I was supposed to, but last year I worked on Thanksgiving, and everyone was like, what are you doing here? You don't need to be here. I was like, well,
Working on Thanksgiving?
yeah, because technically I don't get no days off.
Really? Why?
Because I'm subcontract. I have to get these houses done in this week. And some houses you got to be there at certain days.
Have you talked about what you do as a profession?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm a pool boy.
So, how is
Clean
that?
pools. It's dope, dude. The reason why I don't quit, like I don't like the job, but it's dope because I wake up and go to work when I want to go to work. I could be high all day. I can smoke weed with my boss.
That's
I
a
can
plus.
drink,
Oh, you smoke
I
weed with
drink
your
with my
boss.
boss. Do drugs with my boss. And like if I fuck up, he just goes, "Come on, man."
That's it?
Yeah, he goes,
Come
"Come
on,
on,
man.
man. You got to do that."
So, what do you do every day?
I drive. I do about 55 pools a week.
What?
Yeah, I clean about
The
50. Yeah.
Fuck?
Yeah, so that's why when people say they're busy, I'm just like,
You're not that busy.
I mean, I got 2 kids, 2 baby moms, a house, a dog, a cat, a fish, a turtle, 2 bud plants currently,
Yeah.
right? And I'm running the podcast, and I still have gang of downtime.
Yeah.
Gang of downtime. That's why I don't take the busy excuse.
Is it because you do it efficiently or what?
I think so. I think I spend a lot of my time trying to make my life comfortable. That is my main goal, is comfortable. Like, oh, people talk about, I want to be rich. I want to have a mansion. And I want all these cars and things. No, that's not what I want. I want to be comfortable. I want a nice, decent house. Maximum 3 brand new cars. Max.
Max 3 brand new cars.
A big truck, a nice cruising car, and then the
Motorcycle.
family car.
Oh.
Motorcycle doesn't count. That's
See, I
a
don't
toy.
have a family.
Yeah, see,
I
that's
don't have a
different.
family
That's
like
different.
that. My priority is motorcycle.
I used to have a
Gang
motorcycle,
drugs.
dude. I used to ride. I used to ride with the Deceptive Moto Club back in the day.
Oh, shit.
Back in 08. I
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
ride with that crash. Like, this whole thing was like a giant heart, both knees.
And
then,
what happened? You just dumped the bike?
No, I mean, I was an idiot, dude. I was like 20. I was trying to do wheelies all the time. Constantly trying to do wheelies, and like every time I crashed.
I see a lot of people doing that shit.
All the time. It's
Honestly.
really, it takes time, and in order to do it right, you gotta buy the stuff so that you're able to do it over and over and over and over without ruining your shit. Now,
What
the first
do you
time I
mean?
did it, you need
Like
stunt bars.
What's that?
It cost like $500, but when I traded it for a drifting car, the Toyota Corolla, the AE86, the famous drifting car, Hachiroku.
car, yeah.
Yeah, the drifting car. I had it, and it had an MR2 turbo motor in it with Weber carbs, carbo bucket seats, MSD2 ignition system.
Ever get stolen?
No, never got stolen. It was great. Had a full roll cage, everything. It was ready to go.
So what
Fucking
happened?
exhaust came out behind the front tire, and basically what happened is I tried to make it drivable on the street. Okay, it had a turbo, and the exhaust was maybe 2 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
No catalytic converter, no muffler.
Oh shit.
So I tried to put a muffler and a pipe, to the back to tone it down a bit.
Yeah,
It was so loud, and I was like, I'm clearly gonna get pulled over if I drive this around, But what I fucked up on my lack of turbo knowledge is you got to have at least a 2-inch pipe.
I got a 2-inch pipe.
You got to have at least a 2-inch pipe going out the back. If you don't, you're going to create a back pressure on the thing, and it's going to ruin everything.
So what happened?
I ruined everything.
What happened?
And then I sold it.
Ruined?
I ruined it. Yeah, I didn't. See, this is something a car expert would know. Right? I'm a car dabbler. I know, I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I knew that I needed an exhaust to make it a little bit quieter. I didn't know that I should have told them, put a bigger pipe because it has a turbo. They should have known that because they're mechanics. They should know these things.
But they know that this is going to fuck up, so he brings it.
Exactly.
Hopefully
I don't
brings it
trust
back.
mechanics. I'm not bringing it back. Fuck you guys. And then I sold that for way less than what it was worth, like $1,200. It was a easy $5,000 car.
How much did you dump into it, though?
I traded the motorcycle for it. Right after I bought brand new plastics and a whole roll cage for it.
Mm-hmm.
That way, if I ever dropped it again, it would never get hurt.
So what are these? Do people often put roll cages on their motorcycles?
It's not common. It's not common.
Because I don't ever remember seeing a roll cage on a motorcycle.
You have to look for it. You have to know what you're looking for because it's not very noticeable. Because a lot of times they paint it to match their bike, and basically it starts around their knees because that's where the what's
right.
it called?
I know what you're talking about.
And then it'll go down and it'll go towards the pegs are, and then you'll have a 12 o'clock bar in the back that'll attach itself to the pegs.
Okay.
And then on mine I got the front roll cage as well. I got to get used to sitting closer to this mic. I was listening to the last episode and I kept going. I get comfortable.
I give so much shit to people for not talking into the mic.
Yeah, I get too comfortable sometimes and I drift away from the mic.
But this is your ship here. You're steering this, bro.
What was I saying?
You were saying something about coming out of the closet that you.
So I tried my first dick the other day. No, I was kidding.
And you said it wasn't as bad.
Sorry
as
about
you
that.
Initially thought it was. 'Cause
I
you
was
tried it
supposed to
before.
turn that down.
Oh yes, that's right.
I did try it before. Fuck. Shit. You guys are catching on already. No. No.
Damn. So, hey, how was that the only time you fucked your bike up?
No, dude, I crashed my bike like 5 times.
How much did it weigh?
My bike was actually exceptionally heavy. It was like 350.
Okay.
It was I had a CBR 954, 2004. It's basically a 1000.
Yeah.
But that bike specifically didn't have a big top end speed. It was.
I was gonna ask you, would you top it
The
out at?
reason why I topped it out at 165. It's the fastest I went on it.
That's pretty fast, dude.
I got fired.
You got fired?
I got fired.
For what?
They didn't need me anymore. It was a temp job, and on that temp job, I decided to buy a motorcycle. Not taking it. See,
Not a good idea.
My coming to be the man I am today was a series of bad choices. Just a lot of bad choices.
We all are. Man.
But I paid off the bike. Finally, I paid off the
Wait,
bike.
you paid it off?
Yeah.
Before you sold it or after you sold it?
After I sold it. I paid it off when I came back from the military.
It's another bad
I
decision.
used my bonus to pay off the bike.
No, I don't want to ask
debt.
you specifically how much that bonus was, but
It was 10 grand.
10 G's?
And they took it back already.
Dude, right
Well,
now.
no, my bonus altogether was 20 grand. But I only got 10 of it. I didn't get the rest.
Why'd you only get 10?
Because I fucked. Well, remember I told you about the history, how the Army treated me in the beginning?
Yeah.
I talked about that.
Yeah,
Basically, I was just like, fuck you guys, and just stopped showing up. Because when she left me, didn't have a job, I didn't have a place to stay. I would tell my platoon sergeant, hey, I don't have a ride. He's figured out.
Mm-hmm.
Figured out. And then that's when I was just like, fuck you guys, and I just stopped showing up.
Mm-hmm.
I just stopped going. And then that's the reason why they took back my bonus. But they probably would have taken it back because I guess they're taking back bonuses now.
Yeah, I know.
That's absurd.
I don't know. I've
That's
heard.
absurd. See, this is my problem with the U.S. government and politics.
Uh-oh.
The U.S. government and politics, they worry about themselves. They are who they worry about.
This is a podcast, Brian Andrews. Thanks for stopping by, man.
It is a podcast. Thank you.
Go ahead, follow on Instagram and Twitter at GSMH Podcast, and you can also find us on iTunes and now YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. I like interacting with users, but I noticed on the last show I would interrupt a lot because I'm busy interacting.
Yeah.
I think we need to save a portion for the end of where we interact, not during.
Well, we can finish our ideas or what we're talking about,
and
then get to them.
Yeah.
Because
what was I getting at?
You were getting at
Military.
What you don't like about the government because taking the military.
It's because senators, congressmen, they make so much money. They're lifers. They don't have term limits, and they make shit tons of money, and they don't do anything. And before they take a break, before they take a pay cut, everybody that's serving the country takes a pay cut first.
Yep.
And I get it. It's the hierarchy of the system, but we're a species of morals and principles. Ain't fair, but it's our job to make it fair as possible.
That's true.
I was listening to Radiolab today, and they were talking about this. What was it? It was about the
so we can get into this.
It was the Botson rule or something like that. Basically, what it was is this black individual was discriminated against via jury based on his skin color. Now, everybody that was black that would have been on the jury was kicked off.
Oh shit! Before they got to see him. That right there is some blueberry cheese. My homie Fish grew that.
Cheese fucks me up.
He grew this.
No, okay, let's try that out.
It's homegrown.
You
want to smell some, Jax?
And they showed how even after